Good evening, folks. It's Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project, the Magnetic Reversal News, and Shinrin Yoku. We have been censored, shut down, blocked, banned, demonetized, all in the last 24 hours. Now, the good news is that Oppenheimer Ranch Project has actually been reduced by 2 copyright strikes and 1 community strike, so now we're at 1 and 1. So we're back to sharing the salacious content. Now, this content's going to be over at Magnetic Reversal News because it's monetized, where we're up over 400 to 500% in all avenues of viewership and monetization, which is completely bringing the channel back. Now, I want to talk about a few things tonight. Not a typical update.
Hi, this is Mike McGinnis with Agriculture.
Hi, Mike. We're going to get to you in a minute. Let's talk about some of the crop losses. So what we're sitting with here, let me give you a view of myself. What we're sitting with here is, during this pandemic, is a situation where we have small businesses closing in record amounts, censorship beyond reproach on alternative media sites like YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. So what we should be gleaning as we move towards the 10-day push towards the election is that they are censoring us to the nth degree. Now, who are they? That's what a lot of people are asking. I could tell you exactly who they are. I've been researching this for over a decade, who they are. Trust me, I know who they are. They are the multinational corporations that control everything. Most of the multinational corporations make billions of dollars annually through corporate tax credits from governments to bring them into the country, including the U.S., and other nefarious groups that are driving the narrative, like the Rockefellers. And we're going to get to that later. But right now, I want to talk about the fraud that is the media. The media is controlled by just 6 multinational corporations that tell you what you should believe in. And out of all 6 of them, they're all fraudulent because they're paid for by companies that make money based on what they say. It's not about your health, your wealth, your safety, or anything like that for the person that's watching the video. It has nothing to do with that. All they care about is who gets elected, how they will subsidize their companies, and how they will get away with tax fraud. Isn't that funny? Now, a lot of the mainstream media is claiming that Trump is a corrupt politician, which is kind of funny because Trump is not a politician. He was just some media magnate businessman until 4 years ago. You know who's a politician? The one that's actually running against Trump, Biden. He's been in office for 47 years. He lies about everything he's ever done. He lied about where he was born. He lied about where he got his degrees. He claimed he got a PhD from a black college that gave him one. He didn't go there, but he said he did. That's how corrupt this guy is. His family has gained hundreds of millions of dollars in the last 4 to 5 years based on his vice presidency. They have no skills, no background in the claimed businesses that they started. They have no financial background. Hunter Biden knows how to get foot jobs and suck jobs from $20 hookers in foreign countries. Yes, we know that. He has skills, but none of them are in actual business. So there's that. And yet, the mainstream media refuses to report on these facts. All they do is they attack the non-politician because he is not supported by the multinational corporations that run your life. They put the mask on your mouth. They make you stand 6 feet apart. They will tell you everything you need to do moving forward if you vote for Biden, period. Now, let's talk about some facts. Iowa damaged corn will not be harvested. Now, I predicted this. I predicted this because I thought that the snow would lay over it and they would just look for the subsidy. But the facts are that they cannot even be harvested. So in the derecho hit towns in the portions of Iowa where 60% of all the corn is grown, 50% is unharvestable, even in fields that were completely laid down. I thought they would be able to harvest it by going underneath, but some of the fields are laid so flat, it's impossible. Let's watch this video, and then we'll come back and talk about more of the corruption in just a minute. Shall we?
Agriculture.com. We are visiting via Skype with Leroy Klein, a farmer in Iowa who was affected by the derecho windstorm this past season. First off, Leroy, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mike.
Let's talk about this field that's behind you. From what I understand, you and your brother tried to combine this corn that was hit by the derecho, and it didn't go so well, it looks like.
Yeah, this field here, you see this corn, it's completely flat. You can't pick it up with a combine. So
Oh yeah, completely flat.
it's flat, and it's already, it's turning black. And so
Oh, flat and black.
what we're doing is just
Black,
going
flat
through,
matters.
you see the corn there in the background is still standing. We're going to go through and catch it, and the stuff that's down is just going to stay here, and we'll probably end up putting soybeans here next year so we can control the volunteer corn.
And what size is that field, Leroy, and how much corn did you have affected? How many acres?
This farm, there's about 140 acres of corn in it, and probably about 50 acres of it looks flat like this, and the rest of it's damaged. But it's, I think we lost probably about 50% of the yield based on what we've already combined.
And you and your brother just went through there with the combine or tried to pick it up, and it didn't work. So now your brother is combining across the creek there, right? And for those that just tuned in, we're speaking with Leroy Klein. He farms about halfway between Des Moines and Cedar Rapids, and that derecho windstorm that went through during the growing season, about 95 to 100 mile an hour winds and maybe higher through his farm, and that's why you're seeing this down corn. It's going to be left there because they can't pick it up. You are combining across the creek, correctly, Leroy?
Yes, that's correct. We crossed the creek and just getting started over there.
Now, how's that field going?
Well, my brother just walked up here, and we can ask him how it looks for what little bit he got done before things went wrong.
All right. Well, introduce us to Leroy, to your brother, Leroy.
Okay, so this here's my brother Jerome. Hello.
Hi, Jerome.
So I
Jerome,
think he can tell us about it.
Yeah, tell us how the harvest is going in the field, not the one you're standing in, but the other one across the creek.
Oh, one across the creek, it's standing a lot better than this. It's going through the combine pretty good.
And can you give us an idea on what your average, your on-farm average is, and how it compares to what's going on this year in that field?
Oh, I'm sure it's down from the average. It's probably 160, 70 bushel out there, I'm guessing.
Yeah. Well, it looks anyway like you're fortunate that you didn't have damage on that field because you're not too far from the one that did get damaged, correct?
Right. Yeah, this is a different number of corn on this side of the creek, and it went down real bad for some reason. The other side, it's standing a lot better. There's corn that's down. I'm sure we're not going to get all of it, but we get a lot more than off this one.
Now, give us a feel, Jerome, for how the moisture content is on this corn, and tell us the size of the field that you're combining here, and also what are you going to do with this corn?
Moisture's been running around about 15%, which is good. I mean, it's usually a lot higher than that. We'll just put it in the bin for now, and we'll put it in the bin. We'll haul it down.
And what about?
All right, so you heard it here live first from Oppenheimer Ranch Project. The corn is down in the derecho regions. They're looking at about 50% harvest. And did you just catch that farmer? I mean, he's lost 50% and he's still in good spirits because he's got a field that looks good. That's how farmers are. That's how I am. I lose 80% and I love it because I have 20% for me. So that's just the nature of farmers. We've lost this type of attitude in our environment. Everything is negative. I think we need to really search for the positives in our future because our future is looking quite bleak. Trust me. Now, my account has been blocked on Twitter, Facebook today 3 times, and it's getting bad because they do not want to hear what we are saying, and we're just speaking the truth. Alternative media has gone out. We're now a target. Now, the dark winter, biowarfare simulation back in 2001, that far back, predicted vaccine deaths, martial law, and threats to civil liberties in a viral outbreak scenario, which is what we're living right now. InfoWars covered it. That got blocked. I tried to share it. President Trump walked out on Leslie Stahl. They didn't want you to see the exchange from this woman. Now, Leslie Stahl has been in the media since the early 70s, and I have loved her. I loved her reporting, her hard edge, the way she questioned people. But this interview is the most embarrassing interview from an obvious leftist supporter, Leslie Stahl, that's paid by the multinational corporations to say the things she's saying. She clearly hasn't researched any of the data. She's only repeating public speaking moments that have been purported by the multinational corporations or the mainstream media. Leslie Stahl is not a reporter anymore, unfortunately. And if you have any arguments to what I just said, please watch this video, the raw 60-minute interview with President Trump and Leslie Stahl. It's shocking. And the way that the media is purporting why Trump walked out is complete nonsense. This guy, I don't even like this guy that much, but he was a stoic. This is the most stoic and presidential he has ever been. He answered all the questions. He gave her the facts. She didn't hear any of them because she's not allowed to hear the facts. The Hunter Biden laptop is his laptop. The lawyer tried to get it back and said, can we get Hunter Biden's laptop back? So they clearly know it's his laptop. On his laptop was sex videos with, it doesn't matter who it was with. They're claiming it's his niece. As long as they're third cousins, it's legal, I guess. But the guy's smoking crack and talking about how he's going to sell his foot job video to hundreds of thousands of people for money. He's clearly a scumbag looking for money. So when the Chinese government offers him millions of dollars, he knows he can get all the foot jobs he wants. So it's payday. And Trump is trying to point this out. Leslie doesn't hear any of it during the whole video. She just denies. And I want to say that denial is not a river in Egypt. So Leslie Stahl has dumped, literally, let's just go over it. She is now worth $40 million, most of which has come in the last few years from multinational corporations padding her wallet and giving her money to toe their line. Not only that, she is a member of the Council of Foreign Relations, which is the #1 vaccine distributor in the entire third world. These corporate scumbags are making billions of dollars killing children in third world countries. Now, they may be saving some lives, but the facts are in. And if you look at the actual facts on vaccines, there is more vaccine damage than safety in the regions. So let's say that in an area where 100 million people lived, and they all got the vaccine, 8,000 people died from it, and 3,000 people were saved from getting it. Did you just pick that up? Because I just boomed that down your neck. It's a fraud for money. The Council of Foreign Relations funding sources, let's come look, because I dive deep. And when you go to the website for the funding sources, they don't tell you who funds it. They break it down based on nonsensical terms that mean nothing. But all you have to do is look over here. Funding sources for the David Rockefeller Studies Program. Well, who's the biggest funder? 27% endowment draw comes from the Rockefellers. And they want Biden in office. You know why? Because they're globalists and they want to take over the world. Joe Biden is a corrupt politician and he's compromised. China is desperate for Biden to win because if Biden wins, China wins. And China will then own America. They've already bought up about a third of it. The land, that is. That's my take. Diamond. This corruption is exactly why Trump decided to run for president in the first place. I didn't believe him, but now I believe him wholeheartedly. And if you do not vote for this man, then please do not follow me on my channel. Do not follow me on Facebook. Do not follow me on Twitter. Do not follow me down the road. Because I will put it in your... For years, I watched the betrayal after another as politicians like Joe Biden sold out America, especially the workers, and at every turn, shattering the lives of millions of American families while their families raked in millions of dollars while getting foot jobs and smoking crack in China. Trump could not stand by and watch the mainstream media take advantage of you anymore. They are coming after him for 4 years, found nothing, still searching, while we have an entire hard drive of information of bad deals and China complicity in the Biden family. But the mainstream media will not talk about it because China owns them. Hello? Now, a lot of people are wondering what they can do for their dogs that are suffering from seizures and other malfeasance. If your dog has problems with any medical issue and you brought them to the vet and they just don't know, trust me, Roxy Pets Full Spectrum CBD, this is a cannabis product for pets. It comes in 300 milligram. I have that here. I get sent the good stuff. But literally, if you buy this for your animal and they're suffering seizures, you will win. Do not go to the vet. Choose CBD, full plant spectrum, and you will get results. There's 5 stars because all the people that have gone to the vet and the vet says, well, chemo, it's going to cost you thousands. For $30, you can keep your dog alive for years. Acting healthy and happy, fix the joint pain, do everything you need to fix. And I go with the 300 milligram chicken or beef. But that's what I got sent to me by Chase Hudson, the CEO of the company. And it works on all pets, all animals. I even had a woman in Pagosa that I found online on Facebook. She was worried about her 15-year-old little chirpy dog or whatever was suffering. And the vet said that she had to go home into hospice and she was going to die. I said, give her the Roxy Pet Full Spectrum. And the pet reacted immediately. That little dog ran around the yard fetching, just like new again. So, and this is not a trick. Look, they'll give you your money back. Trust me. I would not support a company that's not 100. Plus, if you put coupon code BOOM, you get a huge discount. I think it's still 60%. That is the cost of the product. That's how much the CEO trusts us and how much we trust him. That we're going to give you this product basically for free for the cost of manufacture, and you're going to help your animals. You're going to help your pets live a healthy, happier life. That's all I have to say. Trust alternative media, alternative science. It's the way of the future. Because the way of the mainstream is, well, it's censorship. It's misinformation, disinformation. It's been going on since the 1940s, and there'll be more videos on this channel explaining the deceit and the lies. Hope you got something out of the video. Times are changing. Donald Trump is the only president you need to vote for. The other vote, well, is for the Rockefeller Foundation, for globalism, and the destruction of your privacy. Yes. This is to take away your lives, your sanity, your freedoms, and your travel. Can you imagine if they banned fossil fuels? How many people would be in the dark in the winter? That's the dark winter they talk about. It's not your fault. It will be specifically their fault. They will do it to you on purpose to make you suffer. It's all in a vote. It's your choice. Be safe. We love each and every one of you. Thanks to all our one-time donors. Our Patreons tonight got gifted with an exclusive early look at some of the videos we're showing, along with other insights. So if you want that type of, well, inside information, become a Patreon and you'll get it. Be safe. We love you. And that's a boom to knowledge. The most dangerous weapon to a corrupt system is an informed public. Soak it in. We win. Be safe. Click on one of the boxes illuminating for more information. Subscribe if you haven't. Comment if you hate us.